On this episode of Designing Spaces, what to consider when building a custom home, expert HVAC service and installation, tips for choosing the perfect pool, the power of plants, plus lots more. It's time to design. Let's go. Are you thinking about finally building your dream home? Choosing a trusted builder is a key step in creating a successful custom home experience.
Primarily in the New England area, New Hampshire is very low on inventory. There's really not a lot of existing homes out there for customers to choose from. Building's really a great option to get what they want, where they want.
The experts at Sanken Homes have been building and renovating custom luxury homes in New Hampshire for over 40 years and are excited to help turn your dreams into reality.
We came up with the name Sanken because Ken Sand just didn't sound right, so that's how we named it.
What inspired us is to have more family time and to be independent. And we started out doing modular homes, which I could do on nights and weekends, plus hold a full-time job. We did have a lot of time as family because the kids would come out to the job and work with us. When we first started out clearing lots and whatever needed to be done, our kids were with us.
It's been a journey over the past 41 years, and to be able to watch our family come into the business, watch our son take over the company, doing an amazing job, and it's been a lot of fun.
Sanken Homes is a custom home builder, also into land development. We build about 95% primarily custom homes from the start, where the customer comes along right in the beginning process and we finalize the plans for them, customize the design, and build the house on their preferred lot. Sometimes that's in our development, sometimes it's off-site on their own lot. A lot of builders are either really large and they're just kind of doing tract building, or they're very small and just doing one or two custom homes. We're kind of in the middle where we're doing scale, but we're still able to offer the customization.
From concept to construction, every Sanken home is a team effort.
We have in-house plan drawing, so it really makes it convenient for tailoring the plan for the customer. We usually start out with a conversation, kind of getting a feel for what they look for in a home, and we can help guide them to a design that best fits what they're looking for, and we can also customize that design. Some of the most popular features that we're seeing today are tiled showers, gas fireplaces, upgraded kitchens and finishes. People are kind of looking for a smaller house, well equipped with a lot of options. Every one of our designs offers features that give our house a unique look and not the cookie cutter look that some other homes have.
When we meet with clients, we review with them what their needs are, what they're looking for, and help them select from our house plans, options, upgrades. Typically, I work with them to price out all these options for them so they can see what the total price would be and help navigate through which options may or may not make the final cut depending on their budget. It's important for our team to work through the permitting process in each individual town quickly so that we can meet our overall timeline for the construction of the house. Each house site is going to be different, and we look at each site and house plan to see what changes might need to be made to the plan to make it fit on that individual lot.
We first purchased this land in Pembroke. It was 177 acres. We got it approved for 56 units. Each home sits on approximately an acre, and we really stuck with the 1,500 to 2,500 square foot range, keeping the houses all similar in size. We offer some ranch designs, some two-story designs, and some cape designs.
The Pembroke project's been a lot of fun. It's a very nice development in an area close to Concord, New Hampshire and Manchester, New Hampshire. Each house is spaced apart nicely so that you're not too crowded, and the people have been great to work with throughout the process of this development. Our customers are fairly involved in the design process as well as throughout the construction. Any questions that they have or even changes that they want to make during the process, we will work with them to accomplish that. Once we finish the process, in about 6 months' time, the house is ready for the customer to move in. When we are finished with the construction of the house, our team does an initial walkthrough to make sure that everything is just right. Then we do a final walkthrough with the buyer to make sure that this home is perfect for them.
My wife and I had found a plan from a home that we wanted to build, and it just so happened that Sanken had built that exact plan. There was a lot of specific things to that plan that we really liked, and Once we saw it in person, we knew that this was going to be the house that we would have for the foreseeable future. We were always knowing what was happening at all points of the build, and it just made me and my wife feel very comfortable that we were making the right decision, moving from a different state. Being able to just feel connected to the whole process was just something that was very valuable to both of us. It was very easy to make modifications. We actually added a bathroom in our finished basement really last minute and have it be there and not have to be upset that we didn't make those changes initially.
With decades of experience, a family-first philosophy, and a commitment to craftsmanship, Sanken is building more than homes. They're building dreams, one family at a time.
It means everything to us living in our new home. We're on a lot of land. We want it to be a little bit more self-sufficient. We want it to live in the great state of New Hampshire and raise our kids here. If you are thinking about building a house in the state of New Hampshire, you should build it with Sanken. They are on point on every aspect of their build. The quality is top-notch, and they are great people.
For efficiency and build speed, we really pride ourselves on meeting deadlines. We, on average, give a customer a 6-month window from when we sign a contract to when they're moving in. Our average build is really only about 4 months of actual construction taking place. The 6 months allows time for planning and permits and any kind of potential delays. So we have a really good track record of hitting that 6-month timeline on our homes. Some of the future projects we have upcoming are small developments in New Ipswich, Wilton, Mont Vernon, and we're working on another large-scale subdivision similar to this size in the New Ipswich Greenville area. At Sanken Homes, we're here to build custom homes for people, but we're also actively looking for land to keep ahead of all these customers coming at us.
Want to know more about Sanken Homes? Visit their website, san-ken.com, or watch this segment again at designingspaces.tv. It is possible to comfortably heat and cool your home while saving money and reducing your environmental impact. Let's learn more.
Air conditioning, your HVAC system, your heating and air conditioning is really the heart of your home. It's what keeps you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. It's behind the scenes. We want it to run as smoothly as possible because when you have no heat and it's 0 degrees out, or vice versa, it's a heat wave, it's 95 and you have no air conditioning, you need a company that will answer the phone. We're a family-owned company, been forever. When you start going to a larger, more conglomerate company, you lose that personal touch.
For over a century, Needham Oil Complete Heating and Cooling has been keeping families comfortable.
We are working with our manufacturers and the suppliers to offer our customers many different options for their heating and cooling needs to decrease their energy consumption. This includes heat pumps, ductless systems, high efficiency boilers and furnaces. So we have a lot of options for our customers, as well as smart thermostats and integration with those to help decrease energy consumption and increase our efficiencies and make the home comfortable going forward.
Complete in our name means we are completely reliable, we're dependable, and we want to make sure you're completely satisfied and make it very personable and let them know that we're always going to be here for any of their needs. You're not just a number, you're a person to us.
Transforming home heating with energy-efficient solutions and eco-friendly biofuels is key to their vision. Today, that same trusted team continues the tradition at TF Complete Heating and Cooling. Delivering cutting-edge energy-efficient systems, TF Complete Heating and Cooling has evolved to meet the needs of modern homeowners, offering a variety of comfort solutions.
A lot of our customers were converting to gas and propane. I wanted a division that could concentrate and be the main point that you could call to do your heating and air conditioning needs for gas and propane. So TF Complete is a gas division within my company. We service ductless systems, but we also service the boilers, furnaces, air conditioning, heat pump, as well as installs. So we're full service TF Complete for all your heating and air conditioning needs.
We want to make sure that every point of contact that comes from our customers, from the office staff to the service technicians to the installation, there's clear, concise communication on what to expect as far as any repair or any replacement that we would do. The most common heating and cooling problems that we see in New England are usually due to a couple things. The age of the equipment. Most equipment, gas furnaces, heating, air conditioning, usually last around 15 years. And once they get toward the end of their life, you'll start seeing a lot of breakdowns happen. What we can do to prevent that at is we offer preventive maintenance, that we always recommend that any gas appliance or any heat pump or air conditioner gets maintained once a year. As long as the equipment is installed properly from the beginning, they get much longer usage out of them.
Preventive maintenance is one of the most important things you can do for your heating or cooling system because it helps increase the longevity of your system. You're going to find issues before they become large, costly repairs. So if you get your system maintained every year, it's the best thing you can do for comfort, energy consumption, and really keeping down costs of repairs going forward.
It was a problem where I didn't have heat in my home. I was home alone with 2 young children. So I made one phone call. They made me feel really comfortable asking questions. They talked me through the problem and helped me understand what was happening. And just due to their response, how I felt like they took care of my questions immediately, it was a pretty easy decision for me.
We look at our customer as the most important thing. It's the complete needs of our customers that we look for. And we want to make sure they're happy with our products and services and what we do, and make sure that if there is a problem, we're going to be there and help them as best we can to get their system up and running. I think Needham Oil and TF Complete are both companies that are looking to move everyone to the future and trying to give customers opportunities to save money and be green and be able to put in systems that will keep them comfortable for years to come, and not something that is a quick fix, but something that you'll be able to rely on so that you're comfortable and happy with everything that we do. So our catchphrase is complete can't be beat. We're the #1 company, I believe, and we want to be the best company out there. We can't be beat on what we do and how we service our customers and why we care for our customers and make sure that they're happy with what we do and how we do it.
Get top quality service for all your HVAC needs. Visit the websites needhamoil.com and tfcompletehvac.com. Or you can see this segment again on designingspaces.tv. Are you looking for pool installation services? For most people, a pool is their largest purchase after the house. It's imperative that before you sign anything, you make sure that your contractor is experienced, licensed, and knowledgeable about all aspects of the pool building process.
South Shore Gunite is set apart from a lot of other pool companies, or every other pool company, based on education and continuing education and the knowledge that we have. My average person has been with our company 15 years. I've got many people at 20, 25, I even have half a dozen at 30. So what we do is we try to hire people with skills, and then we teach them the way that it should be done correctly. It's all about the proper training and the proper supervision. South Shore Gunite has 3 residential supervisors. I don't think anybody else has. They're lucky if they have 1 maybe, and with limited experience.
Since 1975, SSG Pools and Spas has been the New England region's go-to pool contractors. On an average day, they dispatch 180 employees and 80 trucks. Make sure to wave when you see one of the fleet drive by.
When you've been doing this for 50 years, you know a little bit. Pool builders now are either sons of pool builders who never stepped out of the office, or they're salesmen that bought the company. They're hiring subcontractors with absolutely no qualifications. Because of my structural engineer, Norm Cody, we use 20% more rebar in a swimming pool than every single other competitor of mine. We also use more gunite or shotcrete. I've invested a ton of money to making sure that we do the best gunite, and I'm the only one that does that.
The pool material the South Shore Gunite uses is shotcrete. It is basically a mixture of concrete, has all the properties of regular poured concrete, except it's formulated to be able to shoot through a nozzle. Experienced applicator can do really complicated surfaces that you can't realistically form with forms. So it's a superior material for pool building. When I'm reviewing the plans that come from me from South Shore Gunite, I'm looking at it from a structural engineering perspective. Proper rebar detailing and the complex structures. And of course I check the quantities for the meet ACI 318 building code with minimum temperature and shrinkage, and anything that's flexural, like a wall that has to do some resisting work. I have to check that carefully with calculations to make sure that's the proper amount of steel. If we have unusual subsurface conditions, we will call in expertise from soils engineers. So when the drawings come to me, I have a watchful eye on what's going on with the reinforcing detailing.
Regular maintenance ensures the longevity of your pool.
Pool maintenance is extremely important. It's all about the comfort that you have in a swimming pool. You've got to have a certain amount of chlorine because that's the only disinfectant that's available that has a residual value, which means it's always in the water. And then you have to have the proper pH. Having a swimming pool is all about pH. When you put salt in a swimming pool and it goes through a chlorine generator, it produces chlorine. It's plain and simple. It's chlorine. Ultraviolet disinfection. We use that on all our pools. It actually uses less chlorine, and instead of having 3 parts per million chlorine like you would with salt, you only have 1 part, which is the minimum for safe pools. We're actually having less chlorine in our pools. South Shore provides a lot of different services. They all stem from what I've done in my history. You know, I don't build houses, I don't dig foundations, I don't do all these other things. That's why we do what we do and do it well. Do the best you can until you know better, then do better. That's from Maya Angelou, and I have lived by that since the day I bought South Shore Gunite.
To find out more about SSG Pools and Spas design, visit ssgpools.com or designingspaces.tv. Nature is important to our well-being. It grounds us and can generate many positive emotions. Having plants in our immediate environment not only beautifies the space, but also provides us with a wide variety of additional health benefits. Let's learn more.
Plants help create a healthy environment in the built environment because they help clean the air, they make you feel better, they reduce your stress levels, increase your productivity. Cityscapes incorporates biophilic design in the workplace by adding interior landscaping, living walls, anything that has to do with plants and anything that mimics nature. Biophilic design is an approach to interior design that aims at connecting the building occupants more closely to nature. It's important as a design concept considering people spend an average roughly of 90% of time indoors, except for myself, of course, because I am a tree hugger and I spend a lot of time outdoors. But when I am indoors, I like to be surrounded by things that remind me of nature.
More than just pretty to look at, plants have been shown to increase productivity and creativity in the workplace.
Designing biophilic spaces includes plantings and other organic textures incorporated into a workspace. Designing for health and wellness, one of my favorite parts of biophilia. I do it 3 main ways. One is by choosing organic textures for the plant containers. Sometimes they're barnacle textured. We have some cool ones that are volcanic rock or other types of stone to continue the organic feel from the green to the container as well. We also place them in strategic spots throughout the space so that the placement is impactful and you can see it from multiple locations or multiple vantage points throughout the office. Another way to place plants is to use plantings to separate workspaces so that people can collaborate in a more community way to prevent feeling any social isolation at work. Plants increase productivity and creativity in the workplace by fostering a feeling of relaxation, tranquility, which helps employees focus better on their work at hand and also provides an opportunity to be more creative.
Pushing plant design to the limit, Cityscapes Inc. does it all, from installation to maintenance.
We were one of the first in the United States to do living walls. We do moss walls, our new product lines such as living ceilings, plant pillars that are made of plants. Living furniture. It's a furniture with a biophilic twist. We have created coffee tables and bar top tables and conference tables that have plants incorporated into them. It's where nature fuses with function. Cityscapes design Installation and maintenance has been the core of our existence for 30 years. We design with their lighting in mind, with their aesthetic in mind. We like to match their furnishings, their artwork, and then we install the plants, and then we maintain them on a guaranteed basis. Guaranteed meaning it's like an insurance policy. We go in on a weekly, bi-weekly basis, maintain the plants, keep them looking beautiful. If any of them fail for some reason, then we replace them for free. Sustainability for us is very important. We recycle our plastic containers, plant vessels that are made locally when we can, that they are recycled, that they're made of organic products. That has been a very big trend. The fiberglass containers of the past aren't as prevalent as now, using stone, cement, organic materials like that, plus it matches the environment.
The business that I deal with is commercial real estate investment, office buildings and retail developments. Plant maintenance and interior landscaping improves the curb appeal of the building. Tenants that are out on the market looking for space are generally attracted to buildings that have a green feel to them when you enter the lobby. Working with Jan and Cityscapes, it's a very collaborative effort. Ideas are bounced back and forth, thoughts about the end result are discussed, and the project is really a culmination of that effort and that communication. Jan's passion for her profession and the world of biophilic design is impressive.
Helping the community to understand the transformational power of plants is an important part of the business plan.
We created a roaming greenhouse that gives back to charity called Transplanted. The truck's name is Sprout, and to date we've donated over $40,000 worth of charitable donations to local companies and national nonprofits such as St. Jude, the Boys and Girls Club, Break Time. The other beautiful thing about the Transplanted truck, we go to our clients' buildings and they pick the charity that they'd like all of the profits that we do that day to go to that charity.
For more information about Cityscapes Inc., visit their website, bostoncityscapes.com. And of course, visit our website, designingspaces.tv. Solar panels are a great way to save energy, resources, and money. Are you ready to harness the power of the sun? Here's some tips on how you can go solar simply.
The biggest benefits for going solar are obviously the savings and the environmental reasons. In the last 6 years that I've been doing solar, the majority of the people that did end up going solar are doing for the financial reasons. They want to save on electricity, and if they can help the environment, that's just a bonus for them. Solar has grown tremendously in terms of the technology, in terms of what we can offer, financing options, and simplicity of doing the project.
Protect your financial well-being while protecting the well-being of our planet's future.
Outside of eliminating your utility bill completely or reducing it significantly, there are federal incentives, which gives you 30% federal tax credit. So for example, if your solar project was $30,000, $9,000 will be returned to you via federal tax credit. There's also state credit of $1,000, so about 33 to 35% of your entire solar project comes back to you via taxes. The administration just increased the tax credit for the next 10 years. When you do a solar project, it locks you into a fixed rate of what you're going to pay for the next 10 to 15 years, whereas the utility company can raise your rates at any given point. We just recently here in Massachusetts had a 64% increase. A lot more people are looking at their bills and then trying to find a way of saving, and when they see more solar panels on the roof, they're not seeing as a negative or aesthetically unpleasing to the eye. It's becoming a norm here in the area.
Critical Mass Solar helps homeowners to explore all the different solar options that are available.
There are other options out there, but with the existing structure of the house and the roof, it makes it most cost-efficient and the easiest way to produce your own energy that would offset your electrical bill and help the environment. I start the entire process with the pre-approval from the utility company. Then we do electrical and building permit. Once that is in hand, we schedule the installation. Installation takes anywhere between 1 to 3 days, and after that we have the building and electrical inspection here in town. They sign off and we have to submit submit everything back to the utility company for the meter swap in order to start registering your solar production. Ideally, you want to place the solar panels on the southern facing roof. However, where we are in terms of a geographical location here in Massachusetts, east and west roof with a certain pitch is also a very feasible option. But ideally, if you have a southern roof, it just provides you longer production hours during the day.
For me, the thing that was important about Critical Mass was I truly felt like the conversation I had with them, they were making sure they were doing the right thing for me. I actually sent Critical Mass out to my cousin's house to look at installing solar, and they actually recommended that for their house and their location, it wasn't a good fit. And for me, when a contractor will go out and actually recommend against doing a project at someone's house, it truly shows that they always have the client's best interest in heart. The best part for me of working with Critical Mass was the communication start to finish. Of course, something like solar being put on your house can cause a little bit of anxiety. There's a lot going on, and always having the communication and the update as to what was going to be going on each step of the way, and just the people you worked with, you trusted them, you knew they had your best interest in heart, and that was very calming for me as a homeowner. This summer, I actually wasn't paying anything for electric. Typically $150 a month in the summer with AC running. I was actually banking money throughout the summer. I do have mini splits. I have a new construction house, so I am all electric. So because of that, of course, I still have a bill during the winters, but I'm saving $100, $200 a month on my electric bill.
Clean, powerful energy has never been more affordable and available than it is today. Go solar now.
There are many different options to go solar, from leasing to PPAs, power purchase agreements, and purchase options. Do your research, do many quotes, and choose what's best for you and your family. By going solar, you are reducing, and in most cases, eliminating your bill, helping the environment, and protecting yourself from the increases from the utility company.
Want to know more about Critical Mass Solar? Visit criticalmasssolar.com and visit us at designingspaces.tv. For more information about anything you've seen on today's show, or to become part of Designing Spaces, go to our website, designingspaces.tv.